Australia. Wow, that's so cool. We're started? I'm gonna grab B-Reel's butter just in case they want to use that. Oh, I see myself. Hi, everybody. Hi, I can see the chat. I've got my chat here. Winslow's here. We've got beautiful birthday flowers. Thank you, Lindsay, for those beautiful flowers. And today we are going to make, I should have called them pot pumpkin pie bars, but I called it pot pumpkin bars, but they're pot pumpkin pie bars. And, ooh, I don't want that convection on. And we're gonna start very soon, but always, I'm just gonna light her up real quick while we wait for people to come in. Hi, Lee. Okay, Lee, specifically Lee. I want you to know I had planned to make those moon cakes today, the salted egg yolk moon cakes from Thailand that I learned in Bangkok with ice. But yesterday was the World Series, and I live right next to Dodger Stadium, so I did not leave my house because, other than to walk the dog, because it was gridlock. So anyway, we will do it another day. Or we might record it and then I'll edit it and we can have like one of those videos, because we need to grow our Patreon. Since I haven't been doing those videos, our membership has dropped. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. All right, let's put it into a vote. Today, how should we infuse these pumpkin pie bars? These were inspired by Wednesday's live club sesh, where we watched another cannabis or edible maker, Corey, on YouTube. She made pumpkin pie bars using, she like roasted a whole pumpkin. I'm not gonna do that. I'm too lazy to, not lazy, I just like myself too much to do that. But should we infuse, Stuart says hi, hi. Hi, everybody. Hi, Michelle. PPPBs? What's that mean? PPPBs? What's PPPBs mean? I don't know what that means. Sorry. Breeze Stones, I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, should we infuse the crust? Should we infuse the filling? Or should we, should we infuse the streusel that we'll do on top, okay? You got 3 choices. I can put it into a poll for all of you so we can figure it out. Started 2 minutes ago. People know it's starting now. Hi, Michelle. I just stole like 5 pieces of my kids' Halloween candy from the school event last night. Good. That's called the parent tax.
Pumpkin pie pop bars. That's PPPB.
Oh, that's PPPB. Yes, pumpkin pie pop bars. Pumpkin pie bars. However you want to say it. PPPB. I didn't know what you were saying. That's funny. Okay, filling. What was it? Infusing the filling, the crust. Or, okay, don't look at this top because, well, I'm going to show you the top, but I burnt it a little bit because I tried to broil the top, but I did a streusel on top, so we could also infuse the streusel. I just burned the pecans because I walked away. Can't walk away when you're broiling.
What are the options? Filling, crust, and what?
Filling, crust, or the streusel. Streusel? Strudel? Strudel? Streusel. Streusel, right? No, crumb topping, yeah. Thank you. I got a little confused there. I'd say filling and topping. Let's see. Filling, 100% on the filling right now. I kind of wanted to try these bars before we made them again to see. They look pretty set, which is good. And I want them to cool down. So we'll probably get 16 little bars here, or we could do longer ones. You know, depending on how you want to cut it, you could do long strips or little squares. I'm going to do squares probably. What's up, club? Hey, Madam Dram, how's it going? Hi, Lauren. Zobama, I love you. You're so knowledgeable and you're so fun. I'm making some oil as we speak. Thanks, Zobama. How are you making your oil? Hi, Michelle says, oh, Lord. Yeah. All right, let's get started. So filling, no one says the crust, right? No one is saying the crust, right?
One person did.
One person did? Okay, we're not going to do the crust then. Let's just make this fucking crust. We're doing like a shortbread crust. So I have 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to put that into a bowl. Give a little spank. And then you want, this is 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, which is 40 grams. So this is 90 grams of flour, 40 grams of powdered sugar. And then this is 1/2 tablespoon or a teaspoon and a half of cornstarch. And that's just good. That wasn't for this. What the fuck am I doing? Oh my God, this is why you can't smoke pot, you guys. That's not what I was supposed to do. Start again. Start again. Start again. Okay. Now I gotta weigh it all out, damn it. I always find a way to sabotage my preparedness. I'm always like, how can I fuck this up for myself? Put the cornstarch. I did that twice today. Okay, so it was 1/3 cup of powdered sugar, which is 40 grams. 32. Oh wait, no, this must not have been tared. Fucking amen. It was my birthday yesterday, okay? I smoked a lot of pot. Tear, so. $40 grams. And then we gotta take some AP flour. And we want however many grams, 90 grams AP flour. Okay, and there we go, don't fuck it up. So that's the powdered sugar, that's the AP flour. No fucking cornstarch, don't put that in there, that's dumb. And then just 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All of my, I don't know how many times I did the dishes today, but it's been a lot of times. It's been a lot of times. Okay. Okay, we got crust 18%, filling 45%, streusel 36%. No need to even explain. I love it. Okay, we're switching it up. Shreya, looks like you'll nail the dish. Although if everyone you want to share with doesn't want to dose, the crumb topic is a good idea. Yeah, if I was thinking about that. If you wanted to, say you wanted to just make this so you could split it, this 1/2 teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. Say you wanted to split it so that 1/2 of it was infused and 1/2 of it wasn't. You could just do the crumb topping, the streusel topping, and then put it on 1/2 of the square. And then you can have the stuff with the streusel topping is dosed, the stuff without it is not dosed. Now, obviously, you run a risk of cross-contamination, someone getting a little bit of streusel, you know, in their square, but still, it's a nice way of doing it. You could also just make 2 batches, one infused and one not. Do you guys want me to infuse every layer? Is that what they're saying? I can't pumpkin too much personally. I'm on a road trip, spotty surface, but I'm listening. Okay, Madam Drum, don't worry. Hi, Natalie B. Hi, everyone. Wow, 21 people are here today. Happy Saturday, everyone. Ugh. So I like to cube my butter. So I cut it in strips like this, right? Wait, what are we saying yes to, Natalie B? Oops, I didn't mean to do it that way, but. What are you laughing about? Me? Don't worry about it. It's all gonna work out. It's better if it's cold. Put it into your flour and your sugar. And we're just trying to help it, like, instead of breaking it down into smaller chunks in the flour and the sugar, we're just gonna break it down a little bit beforehand. This is some, my hands are buttery now. Motherfucker. It's because my hands are greasy. And now this is all greasy. Oh, God. And also because when you, for some reason, this is vanilla extract. It's not very, it's not very flavorful because I haven't left it long enough, but little vanilla extract. This is a pie cutter. And we're just trying to make this a shaggy mess. Okay, Michelle, I hate cubing, infusing. Natalie B says infusing every layer. Here's how we're gonna, see, I get nervous infusing this now because this butter isn't gonna be mixed throughout. Well, fuck it, just keep that in mind because it's gonna be in a little bit, how can I do this that'll make it homogenized? I could melt this, you know, and then try putting it in there and just make sure it gets really mixed in. Teaspoon is, or half a teaspoon is, half a teaspoon, one is 40 milligrams. All right, let's start at that, you crazy people. Let's start at that. I gotta melt it so we can try to homogenize it in there. We don't want this in chunks, right? We want this spread out thoroughly. I've just like run out of bowls. That egg almost. That's what I'm doing. This is Be Real's weed butter, right? It is 80 milligrams in a teaspoon. So I'm doing half a teaspoon, so 40 milligrams. Feels all right because you guys want me to infuse every layer. So let's just make sure we don't fucking knock ourselves out. So melt it down so we can try and get it evenly throughout this crust. It would have been better to take this butter and melt this, you know, make a butter. I'm popping this in the microwave. And just kind of cut your butter in your crust. Almost melted. Almost melted. Kitchen Grippy Matt has also become my kitchen MVP. Totally. Oh yeah, for opening jars. Honestly, like working in a kitchen is why it's like you have to stay in shape. Okay, so we melty this 40 milligrams of weed butter, right? And the reason his butter is so green is because it's so potent. That's really a lot. He could have used a concentrate to avoid that, but you know, I think a lot of people associate green with potency as well. So it probably is also like a marketing strategy in a way. So, okay, now we are infused. That's how easy that butter is to cook with, but we have to really make sure that butter gets mixed evenly throughout this crust. So one piece doesn't have a ton of weed butter and another piece has no weed butter, right? That's what we're looking to do. I'm using the back of my knife just to clean off this pie. This is my grandma's pie cutter. I'm kind of can be mean to my knives, but okay. Keep cutting. You just want pea-shaped, pea-size pieces of butter in this crust. And our oven is preheated to 350. How does everybody feel? You get to decide how I cook. Isn't that cool? I don't know anyone else who's doing this kind of live stream cooking show. Okay, so we have our nice, you see how long I took to really make sure that you don't want to over mix it. You want to still have chunks of butter, but because you don't want to create gluten. You're trying to avoid that. But we wanted to, because we added that weed butter in here, we really needed to make sure it was evenly distributed. I know I keep repeating myself, but sometimes people come in late. It's important. It's an important step. Okay, so that's that. And then I have this 8x8 pan, right? And we are going to put our nice and kind of crumbly, pie or shortbread crust.
Oh, you have an Italian in the chat.
Dove? Chris Disjointed CBD. Sempre ricette interessanti. Vanessa, saluti da Roma. Ciao da Los Angeles. Yeah, this is una ricetta americana. I think they have powdered sugar in Italy. I lived in Rome for, I think I was 2012 I lived in Rome and cooked in Rome. I talk about, one second. I got it under the parchment paper. I don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. I lived at the American Academy in Rome, which is, it's at the top by Villa Aurelia. And I used to go and run around the Villa Aurelia. I had a key, and I would pick flowers for the dining room. So it was such a crazy experience. That's where Galileo tested his telescope. So I love Rome. My friends, actually, if you ever are by Marigold Cafe in Rome, those are my friends. I'm not trying to say they named their cafe after me, but Domenico was my chef at the Academy in Rome, and they opened up this really wonderful cafe restaurant in Rome called Marigold Cafe. So if you ever go there, tell them I say hi and I sent you. They do a lot of like interesting American food too, which is cool. In Italia possiamo cucinare con il CBD. Comunque, grandi, vi seguo e vi voglio bene. Oh, thank you. Grazie mille. Magari, canna, legalize. How will you say legalize? Legalizzar? To legalize in Italian. English to Italian. To legalize. Legalizzare. Legalizzerà. I don't speak Italian that well, so apologies. Mi dispiace. Sto provando. It's been many years since I've been in Rome. Okay, so we have this. I kind of squished it down with another square, to kind of push it into place, but you can just use your hands. Some of the butter might stick to your fingertips. Just kind of pat it down into place. And pop this into that 350-degree oven. And we only want that for 15 minutes. Okay. Bum 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 bum. And let me just clean up my station. So we've got that in the oven now. We have to make our filling. I might light up a joint real quick. I'm sure everyone agrees with that.
Try the CBD
I haven't tried smoking it yet. I'm kind of scared to smoke it because I think it's going to be a little harsh.
No.
Just because it's like, yeah, it's like people were talking shit about it on my Instagram. I was like, do you realize what this is? This isn't like THC flower. They were like, oh, you need to learn how to trim. And I was like, A, I didn't trim it. And B, like, this was a gift from someone who like literally, it's so cool that it's like you're missing the point. You're focusing on what can I criticize this person or this weed for, rather than being like, oh shit, CBG flower, that's cool. Michelle, what is it? What is what? The CBG flower? So CBG, this is from Sonoma Hills Farm. And I posted this on my Instagram, right? This CBG flower. And you can see it's a really nice big nug. And it's not like, it's crystally. It looks really crystally. They just left it, they didn't trim it as tidy. You know, like if you really want to be nitpicky, you'd come in, these are my chili cutting scissors, and you'd come in and you'd trim like these leaves off, the sugar leaves here, and clean it up. But she literally like gave me these straight from the cure, you know? So I don't give a shit. People just criticize to criticize. But CBG is like, CBG is the mother cannabinoid. So it's the starting, Winslow posted a chart of it, about it, but it's the starting cannabinoid for all other cannabinoids. So it's not gonna get you high, but its benefits are very similar to CBD. Anti-anxiety, calming, you know, that kind of a thing. Okay, let's make this filling. I was gonna light a joint. I got some joints, some pre-rolls from Sonoma Hills Farm. She was so nice to come and meet me. It was like the best birthday gift. I was like, yay! And I need another bowl for this filling. And we'll light this up. What's everyone saying? Eddie, you raised it, but it's still quiet for you. Really? Didn't we raise it last time?
No, we raised it this time.
How do we raise it more?
I can try on here.
Give it a whirl.
Okay, that's a boost.
Let's see. Is that helping? Stopping combustion of the jazzle lettuce was life-changing for me. So much taste. Oh, you stopped smoking. Yeah, that's good. I haven't done that yet. Okay, let's make this filling. So we have, Corey used a roasted pumpkin. Good for her. I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. We're gonna do canned pumpkin puree. And don't worry, Michelle, this will be our last pumpkin recipe for the year. But this is 100% pure pumpkin puree, and it is 15 ounces. Put it all in there. I always have pumpkin puree because I have a dog. So put that into your bowl. Get it all out of here. And And then eggs, I'm gonna do, I don't want to use the full eggs. Basically, I looked at a few recipes online and a lot of them were like, this tastes so eggy. And really when I see that, it's because of egg white to me. So we're not going to have as much, we're not going to use the egg white. We're just going to use the yolk, which will be delicious and less eggy tasting. But we have to add some cornstarch to compensate for the amount that the egg white holds the filling together. So that's where we're gonna do that cornstarch that I tried to put into the crust. This is how I separate eggs. Separate eggs however you want. Show you what I'm doing. Take the yolk out. Save those whites for later. Give them to your dog. Do what you want. You could even drop it in there if you wanted, right? And then just go fishing. Don't be afraid to use your hands sometimes. And boop, 2 egg yolks. Okay, so just want to say, we have some questions. I saw a cute duck. Wait. Okay, it's better than last time. Cool. Michelle, I saw a cute duck and pumpkin video. Want me to post a link? Yep, yes we do. Does Bon Bon like pumpkin? Yes, I put it in all of her food, Natalie. That's why I always have it. Eddie Moretti, it's about 2/3 as loud as other YouTube videos, if A/B tests, but definitely better than last week. Okay, sorry. Pumpkin can give dogs mad diarrhea. Really? I thought you give pumpkin to dogs to stop. I was always told if your dog has diarrhea to give your dog pumpkin. What? You're scaring me. Okay, so we got that. Okay, this is half a cup of sweetened condensed milk. It's basically half a 7-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, okay? We're putting this in there. And I was gonna do like swirls of cream cheese, but then I decided that that was stupid. So I'm just putting in half a stick, I think it's 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. So it's kind of like pumpkin cream cheese bar. And this is, oh wait, no, that's for the streusel. How are we going to infuse this, you guys? Should I make a tincture? Should I? Am I getting pumpkin on me? Yes. God damn it. Better put an apron on. Should I use live rosin and put it into some oil? Should I grind up some decarb flour? I have some hash left over. We could have infused that sweetened condensed milk, but it doesn't infuse all the way. And then it's wasteful because you can't really use the flour after once it's in sweetened condensed milk. I guess you could put it into a, like a toffee or something. Question too late. Fiber can work both ways. Got to be careful. Oh yeah. I'm trying to read through this. Egg yolks is nature's butter. That's true. Okay, let me grab my cornstarch because I try to put it in the crust and that's not where it goes. So we need half a teaspoon of cornstarch, or half a tablespoon, not half a teaspoon. So I'm just gonna eyeball that because I'm wild like that. And we're still trying to figure out, oh, I'm making a mess. We're still trying to figure out where to put, how to get this in there.
You got 2 votes for dry flour.
Dry flour, just grind it up. Should we use the CBG?
Yeah, you already infused the crust, so.
I know, we should have something kind of mellow. All right, so I don't really want to take a long time decarbing this. So I'm going to do something a little bit crazy, okay? This is a little wild. I'm going to nuke it. Okay? Fingers crossed I don't set it on fire. My microwave is a little, get a good microwave. And also, this is like, here's how I would describe nuking to decarb. It's like nuking to melt your chocolate. You're taking a risk, right? With an expensive ingredient. Chocolate is expensive. Wheat is expensive. It cuts a lot of time. It takes like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. This feels a little bit, it's not dry. I don't know if that's just the, feels a little crunchy. with the leftover, but can you use tincture? Yeah, we could do a tincture, but we'd still need to decarb this flour. So I'm putting it in, you know how I do. I break it up. We might not leave the stem. Sometimes people keep the stems. And we're gonna, fingers crossed, we're gonna do it in 10-second pulses. Just because my oven, well, we have 4 minutes left on the oven. You could also convection oven this, but let's just take a risk today because I didn't buy this flour. It smells amazing. So I wrap it up in parchment. I would do this for the oven too, or the sous vide. The parchment just makes it so it doesn't stick to anything. And then put it in here. So microwaves get hot spots basically. And that's why when you're nuking chocolate or you're nuking to decarb, you have to pulse your nuking. So it doesn't take 2 minutes, but it does. Like you go on and off for 2 minutes. Okay, I'll be right back. 2 minutes, 10 seconds. So we got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it up. Check for hot spots. Okay. 7. So you have to do this for 2 minutes, but this is a lot less time than 30 to 40 minutes in the oven, okay? And I can see it kind of like starting to fill, and it's getting hot. You know, this is why we pulse it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Open it up again. And it's starting to like, anyway, I can just tell. But it's a little monotonous in that you have to open it up and close it. I am decarbing in the microwave, Michelle. This is a cheat, okay? 3, 2, 1. This is in my book. Like I said, risky business. You can set it on fire. It gets hot spots, so you could burn certain parts of it. But if you do it in pulses, it works. It's a way to decarb in 2 minutes. What? The world has gone mad. I know. That's okay. Get over it. I don't care. Look it. We got gases. We got gases in here. So we got to burp that fucking bag and roll it up again. Don't get mad at me, people. I like tools and I like shortcuts. Okay? 10 more seconds. What are people saying? Those bags, though, I know I love a stasher bag. I love a stasher bag. Listen, heat is heat. But obviously, heat is heat, but you got to have some tricks to not fuck it up. So how do I know? Because I've definitely set shit on fire in my microwave. We got 50 more seconds after I open it this time. Okay, so we're just slowly, I keep coming back and reading. You sure do. Live and learn. I bet you won't do that again. Yeah. Vanessa's Obama needs some advice. Okay, 1 second. Just trying not to burn this. So Obama, good idea. Thank you. Where's Obama? With the leftover butt, I mean, after you make the oil and strain the butt out, what can you use it for? You could put it into meatballs. You could put it into salsa verde, like an Italian salsa verde. I have that video. Anything that can take a lot of flavor, because it has a lot of flavor and texturally can take herb being added. So that's why I'm always like, meatballs, or because there is some potency left over in the flour after you do infusion. You can't like squeeze out every single drop from the flour. So we're almost done. 30 more seconds. Oops, ran into the oven. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open it one more time. Pulse it, and I see the gases forming, but kind of want to make sure it's not like crazy hot. 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so still filling up, and one more time, and then it's done. And then we have this too, that is done. Making a mess in my kitchen. We have our blind baked crust. We have our flour decarbed in the microwave. That's right. You saw it here first. And not burned. Thank goodness. Let's open it up to make sure. How the fuck did I fold this? I folded it weird. Nice. That looks great. Not like super brown, but you know, nice little decarb on that. Okay, so we have this. I kind of want to whisk this because the cream cheese is still chunky. Do you all want me to make a quick tincture, or do you want me to make an, I could probably do an oil, or I could just grind up some weed with the other spices and make it really fine, and we can add it like that. Let me know. Okay, let me see what you're reading. We got to remix this part into a song. Which one? Which part? 100, only person I trust with edibles. 2, you guys are funny. Use the microwave, but the regular oven is safer and more reliable and simpler too. Yes. Christopher, yes. Vanessa is on live. Thank God. Gonna get high and watch this. Thanks for the microwave hack. Happy Halloween. Yeah, just be really careful with that microwave. Don't call me and say I burnt my flour, because I'm telling you, it's a hack, but you know, you gotta watch it. So I'm just whisking this up so that it's nice and smoothish. And then we are gonna look and see what you said. Tincture, bravissima. I work with olive oil, extra virgin. We produce a lot. My dream is THC olive, extra virgin, made in Rome. I would love that. That sounds great. I can't wait for Italians to get into this industry because they're just gonna crush. All right, tincture. Can't you just put the flour in the Ninja Food on dehydrate? Day Money Green, I don't have the Ninja Food on dehydrate, but I'm sure you can. You just want to be careful to like wrap it up and put it in the stasher bag. You want to avoid oxygen. That's why decarbing using sous vide is the best method if you want to avoid degrading THC to CBN. So we're going to add some molasses. If I'm missing any comments, please be patient. We're going to put some molasses in here. And this is like my brown sugar, you know. I just use molasses. It's half a tablespoon. Did we put salt in this already? I don't think so. Thank you. Almost forgot. I'm going to put like half a teaspoon of salt, kosher salt. What's everyone saying for how to put it in? No comments?
On how to put it in?
Yeah, like how do they want me to add it in? Tincture or grind it up with the other herbs? This is some vanilla. Just, I don't know, put that in there. This is some nutmeg. Oh yeah, and some ginger. Let me just show you guys this for now. This is some peeled ginger root. Just put in this. If you really like ginger, put in a lot. If you don't love ginger, don't put a lot. It's just like trying to make a quick pumpkin spice flavor. You could also just buy the pumpkin spice flavoring and put that in here to taste. I just don't have any, so I make it myself. That looks like half a teaspoon of ginger. Keep your microplane.
People are saying up to you to
infuse.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll just crush it up because I don't want to make this too loose. So this is nutmeg. And it's just all of those beautiful, oops, dropped it in there. Of course I did.
Yeah, I think you should put it straight in because it'll take the power so it smells good.
Yeah, it smells good, and we'll make it so it's really finely ground so that you don't get that texture. Just like we're not gonna have the texture of this nutmeg in there, but if we just like threw it in, obviously that would be gross. Okay, so in our spice mix, we have those spices already, right? Oh yeah, also, cinnamon, half a teaspoon. You know what's good for you, yeah? And then we're gonna take this weed. This is a mortar and pestle. I think it's like Jamie Oliver's. I didn't even weigh out this weed. Fuck.
It's not strong.
There's nothing in it. There's no potency in it. So I'm not weighing it out. It's just CBG, okay? And we're gonna take 1 clove. Don't go crazy with the cloves. Some star anise petals. So I like 3 petals. And then some cardamom. These are green cardamom pods, and I just pop them open, and inside there's these cardamom seeds, and you can buy this ground. It's just like when you have things that are fresh or in their whole kind of, you know, they're not processed yet, you're saving a lot of that aroma and the toppings. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna smash the shit out of it. So everybody, bear with me. Oh no, that's the star anise that I... Okay, so that's as good as it's gonna get. And I'm just gonna, there's obviously gonna be some stuck to this mortar and pestle. If this was THC, I wouldn't recommend just grinding it up this way unless you have like a special grinder that's just dedicated to pot. But it looks nicely pulverized into a little powder. I'll show you. I see some star anise that's still here, but we're gonna, fuck it, we're putting it all in. This is like an old school way of cooking with pot. Decarb and pop it in there. Okay, we put the cornstarch, cream cheese. Let me just make sure that's everything on my list. Ginger, cinnamon, clove, cornstarch, cream cheese, and then we'll do the streusel. Okay, so this is ready to go, but let's make a streusel before we...
Look at D Money's comment.
Okay, let me look at D Money's comment. D Money. Vanessa Bangavati inspired me to go to culinary school. Thank you. Oh my God, that's awesome. Where did you go to culinary school? I didn't even go to culinary school. I'm a home cook. But that's how I like it. I almost went to culinary school. I almost went to Johnson and Wales in Colorado. Where did I just put the mortar? I didn't put it in the sink. Is it right in front of me somewhere? Oh, it's right there. I always like my... Okay. Making a mess like I always do. Let's make this streusel, which I need another bowl. So hang tight. I wasn't gonna do a streusel, but then I was like, no, let's do a streusel. And we're doing the streusel, right? We're gonna dose it. Facts, D-Money, she inspired me too. Totally carried that show. Oh my God, don't tell that to, Be Real wouldn't give a shit. He'd be like, yeah, Vanessa's rad. Other people might get a little bit angry with that comment. Okay, let's make some pie streusel. So we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of flour, which is 30 grams of AP flour. I measure my cup of flour at 120 grams. Everyone has a different gram amount that they like to use, and based on how much you pack flour into a cup, using volume isn't a very good measurement of flour. So I like to use what scale? This is 2 tablespoons of sugar. So that is 50, wait, yeah, because a cup of sugar is 200. So what, yeah, it's 50 grams. What else goes in here? A little pinch of salt, right? Always season everything. How are we dosing this one? How are we dosing this streusel? Butter, obviously I've got to use butter. And I've got some of this rosin we could use. Should we do rosin in here? All right, fine, you guys. All right, all righty. We'll open up another thing of butter, why not? It's not like ingredients are expensive right now. Okay, so I'm gonna take a little more than a tablespoon of butter, and we're just gonna melt it in this bowl in the microwave, because today is a microwave day. Okay, we have this jar. I don't know how much of this jar we should use. Kathy, I'm so sorry if you're here or if you're watching this later. Okay, but I haven't gotten that knife yet from you. Let me see. Gotta head out. Thanks, Vanessa. Thanks, Obama. And everyone else, have a good weekend. You too, Obama. Ooh! I always forget stuff in the microwave. Okay, we got our butter here, but let me see what people are saying. Thanks for that way the flour instead of packing in measuring cup. You got it, Christopher. When baking, it really matters. DJ realized with some ogres, I don't know what that means. Chris disjointed CBD, 50 grammi di zucchero, penso anche lo zucchero di canna va bene. Yeah, we could do a weed sugar, but then I have to make a tincture, and then I have to put that in the sugar and then dehydrate it in the oven at a low temperature to make cannabis sugar. We'll do that when the book comes out. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong, loved all the seasons of Bon Appetit. All love for everyone. Christopher, yeah, let's, all love for everybody. Buongiorno, principessa. Buon compleanno. Grazie mille, Andrea Paradiso. We have so many Italians. This is a lot. This feels like too much. Right? Should we try and weigh it out? Let's try and weigh it out.
Where's your Puffco knife?
I haven't picked it up yet. That's why I was trying to apologize to Kathy, because we'll see if it'll even register on here. Oh, that's 0.2? Fuck. It's already melting in there. We're just gonna do that much. Okay, because we already, It can't weigh it out, and that's plenty. I'm not trying to fuck myself up. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I got things to do, people. And so I'm just stirring that. It's on the edges here. Don't worry. We'll get a rubber spatula and we'll get it off. Get it off the knife. But you see how easy it is to dose with a concentrate? You just like literally heat up whatever oil or fat that you're putting it into and then homogenize, just homogenize. And this is what I do for marigold. I use rosin. You just have to be careful, right? I'm only cutting this into 16 squares. So I probably put 1/10 of a gram of rosin, which this is...
And it was already decarbed,
It's decarbed, yeah. And it's 84%. So after decarb would be
75?
minus 16, so that would be 74, so 68%. So that would be 68 milligrams just in 0.10. So, and we already put B-Real's butter, so that's, we've got about 100 milligrams total divided by 16. So that's where we're at. So just, you know, the more layers you infuse, the more weed math you gotta do. Oh my gosh, we have like a full-on Italian love affair happening right now. I love it. The club is so Italian. We should do some Italian recipes. Who wants me to do, I did it one year, but we can make them again. They're called cucciadati. We can make some cucciadati. They're Sicilian Christmas cookies. Okay, I'm gonna pour this infused oil into our streusel. Or infused butter, sorry, not an oil. And give that a stir. And we're gonna put some pecans in here too. So you want it to be crumbly. I might have to add a little bit more flour because I used not melted butter last time. You want it like a crumbly streusel. So we're gonna add 1 more tablespoon of flour. So, what was it, 1/4 cup and a tablespoon? Because it's not crumbly enough. Crumble topping, wheat infused crumble topping. I might even have to do one more than that. Oh, you know what I probably did this time is put more butter than I did last time. Oops. Because that was like 1.5 tablespoons of butter that I did. That's why. I'm going to add more sugar too. Listen, I made this recipe up this morning. Okay? So that was 3 tablespoons of sugar and how many quarters of a cup? 1/4 cup plus 2 more tablespoons. So 6 tablespoons of flour and 1.5 tablespoons of butter, and then like 0.1 grams of.
Someone asked if they can get your chocolates in Vegas.
No, I'm not in Vegas. Sorry. I wish. That would be rad, but I don't know any dispensaries. Also, I don't have manufacturing there. I'd have to get manufacturing in Nevada. Okay, I'm putting a little more cinnamon in here because I don't remember if I put it in. So here's our beautiful little crumbly streusel. Streusel. And I want to add some pecans. Pecans, however you want to say it. Chop these babies up. I haven't checked the chat in a while. I'm sorry.
Eddie says maybe you can do Italian Christmas treats.
Oh yeah, we could totally do Italian Christmas treats for the holidays. Oh my God, Bonbon looks so cute. I wish we could show you guys. Sorry, we couldn't get the GoPro to work today, but I put these little booties on her because she's been licking her foot. All right, so here's our streusel. Here's our this. Here's our cookie, right? Then we take all of these layers are infused because you guys are nuts. And you want me to be on my ass. How many dishes can I make for myself? Okay, so then we pour this on top. Ooh, wow. Pumpkin, cream cheese, yum. And you don't even see that weed. Just looks like part of the other spices in there. And that's why this recipe is something that you can just put straight weed into because there's so many other flavors. But like a lemon bar or maybe like a straight cheesecake, I wouldn't just grind up weed. Do you know what I mean? Like you gotta, it depends on the recipe. If the recipe can handle it because it's got other stuff happening. I hear a big truck outside. Even this out. Okay, we got our nice little, look at that, looks so pretty. I don't know what that accent was. Little valley girl. Okay. And, ooh, that filling is good. I took a little lick. Just a little lick. Okay, let me read what you're saying. Wow, this is a lot of comments here. I know plenty of dispos would love your edibles, and let's get a manufacturing warehouse set up. Trace Cypress Hills tour managers out here too. Oh, awesome. I'll have to figure it out. I mean, I just figured out California, so bear with me. Because my product is pretty hard to make, and we can't like just jump across state lines. I wish we could. So spread your, remember this has pot in it, so try to be even. Even Steven. You see, if we hadn't done that microwave decarb, we'd still be decarbing flour right now. So that's in my cookbook. You can pre-order it. Winslow, will you put the link for my cookbook in the chat in case anybody wants to pre-order today? Because, and if you do pre-order, you can DM me on Instagram or even in the club and send me your pre-order link. I will handwrite you a card, a thank you card.
What's the publisher?
It's Simon, you can just look up the name, How to Eat Weed and Have a Good Time, but it's Simon & Schuster. Simon Element is the sub, like the, I don't know what that's fucking called. But. Okay. See what I did? Probably didn't need that much streusel. Probably could have done half, but we did it. So it's there. And that's that. And it's all infused. It's probably, I don't remember what we put, 40 in the base and probably 100 in the streusel. Oh, no, wait, 40 in the base and 60 in the streusel. So about 100 overall. 100 divided by 16 would be less than 10. I only want one piece. So we're gonna let this bake for 45 minutes. Obviously, we can't stay here the whole time for that, but I made one that I burned. I didn't burn it, I just like, whatever. It's not, this one's gonna be tastier. I'm just trying to clean up my station. I just like put the broiler on because I added the streusel late, and it's the day after my birthday. Give me a break, everybody. No one's giving me shit. Everyone is so understanding. Okay, so we made a bit of a mess. I'm trying to clean it up. Help your future self. Clean as you go. Pop things in the sink because Got a sink full of dishes, and let's try this pie, this pumpkin pie bar. But just ignore the top, because the one that we just made together is gonna look so much better and taste delicious, but this is what I made this morning. You see where I caught it on the pecans, but that's okay. All right, so what you really should do is put this in the fridge, right? And then like totally let it solidify, but we're not gonna fucking do that. So we're just gonna cut it and pray that it, what's nice about 16 by 16 is you can just cut it into 4, divide it, then come back here. And this first piece is always going to be ugly, so bear with me, but maybe by the second piece we can make it pretty. You can come up here. I also didn't cut that evenly, but I also didn't mix the cream cheese throughout, so we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll sacrifice a corner piece. Let me grab a plate. Da, da, da. Okay, we got that first piece out.
That looks pretty good.
So sorry. Ignore the top. I just pull that off. Oops. But that's a good, we'll take out one more piece. See, this would be my hero piece if I were kind of food styling. Like it looks nice. But like I said, if you let this set up in the fridge, it'll really like congeal better, but you don't want so much egg or so much cornstarch that it turns into a block. Like you just want it just set. And that's how this looks. I didn't make the crust too thick. If you like a really thick crust ratio to pie ratio on your bars, you could double that shortbread crust. But this to me, I'm gonna take a bite right now. I'm gonna take a bite. That's good. That's perfect to me. I wouldn't change a damn thing, even though I burnt the top.
You show it close up on the table.
Let me put this. How do I do this? It has a bite out of it, but oh my God. I could eat 2 or 3 of these, let's be honest, but the crust is good, the streusel's good, the filling's good. It's really nice and light because we added that cream cheese. It adds a little bit of acidity to it, a little tang. So it's not all one note. You have a bunch of different levels of flavor in this bar, which is perfect for infusing, so you don't taste the weed. Sembra buona, è buona. È buona. I ate the whole thing. Because we didn't add any egg whites, sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. Because we didn't add any egg whites, it doesn't taste eggy at all. That's the solution. Okay, then you can use those egg whites to make a meringue or make coconut macaroons, or you can just give it to your dog. Oh my God. That's so good. I always say that, but oh my God, my eyes are rolling back in my head right now. Woo! Incredible. That is an incredible edible. All right, everybody. You best be passing them around. I know. I need to give these away. I'll bring them. Maybe I'll bring them to Cornerstone so I don't eat them all because they are so good. I brought them some caramel corn the other day and they loved it.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried to. That's it. Immagino il sapore se la migliore. Grazie mille. You guys, my Italian people are so nice to me.
What does that mean?
He said, I imagine the flavor. You are the best. You are the best. Sapore is flavor. Migliore is the best. And that's it. That's all she wrote. That's the whole fucking recipe. And you all helped me to infuse. This one that's in the oven is going to be fucking great. I'm going to let it cook for, I said 45 minutes. It might need a little bit longer for that streusel, but I'm going to be stoned, more stoned than I am now. And I'm going to play some more chess because that's what I do. I've been doing like the queen opening, you know?
Gambit.
I don't do the full gambit because I'm not confident enough to do the queen's gambit. It's when you do like I think the pawn over the queen is the D pawn, and you move that up to the 4th rank, and then you move the, or maybe it's the C pawn. Yeah, no. Then you move the C pawn up to the, no. You move it up to the 3rd rank, and then you move, I don't know. I have to look at what the queen's gambit is, but I love it when I have, my favorite is when someone castles, right? And then you can, if you can, there's always that, it's good to castle in the beginning, but then later in the game, once you get to the mid game or end game, you really gotta be careful with your king castled, because if someone gets that pawn that in front of the open space next to the king, you're checkmate. So you have to either open up that pawn so your king can escape, or, you know, anyway, I fucking love it. I love it. I'm very bad at it, but I don't give a shit. I paid to learn more. I paid for the upgrade. Okay, we're gonna go now. Wow, it's hitting her already. She's talking about chess. Oh my God. Graveyard grog. I'm ashamed of myself. I'm Italian. I only know stromboli. That's okay. That's all right. You know, I took Italian in college. No one in my family speaks Italian, like my immediate family, except for me. So my mom does a little bit. But one time she said to me, mangia tutti. And it means eat everybody. She wanted to say mangia tutto. Tutto means everything. Tutti means everybody. And so it was a little, anyway.
Where do you play chess?
Chess.com.
Chess.com.
You can play with me, but don't try to find me on chess.com, okay? I like to be anonymous. I just want to play people, get angry. I get really angry. People are wily out there. They'll like bring their queen and their bishops out too early, and I'm like, you really want to fuck with me like that? Fine, you bitch. I'll fucking get you. And then I get my knight up into their little shit, and I come and I get their rook, and I'm like, ha, that's what you get for being aggressive. Anyway, we're gonna go. We're gonna go, and everybody have a buona giornata. I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Wednesday for the club sesh. That's where we figure out what we're gonna cook on Saturdays for the live sesh. So.
Are you gonna stream on Saturday without me?
We might do another day, or I'll just, maybe I might.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how to do it without you here because it's too much to like try to switch it. Maybe I can see if I can get someone to sit in for you.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Palm Springs.
You're doing a thing, right?
Show, yeah, Palm Springs.
Palm Springs. We have members in Palm Springs if you want to, you don't want to tell people, do you?
No.
Winslow's very shy.
I'm not. It's just for money.
He's doing a show for money. That's good. All right, everybody. Ci vediamo. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me for this pot pumpkin pie bar, PPPB. And